Have you done kratom?
I tried it like once or twice. Somebody gave me a bag of it to see
Yeah.
if it'll help me like just temper myself down with my aches and pains and stuff like that and help me sleep. I was like, I don't know if I like this stuff.
I did one of the little shot things.
Like the how he was
Whatever
talking
those
about.
little
Yeah.
yeah, you can buy them. My whole day was ruined. Like legit ruined. Like I did it and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know how long it took, but I literally was like, oh, I felt crappy, kind
Just
of
out of it.
lightheaded, dizzy. I had to lay down. Then I felt tired, but then I couldn't sleep. I felt tired, but then I couldn't sleep and I didn't feel relaxed. I just felt like I couldn't do anything. If I got up, almost like that seasick feeling.
Oh wow.
So if I lay down, I was okay, but I didn't, I was just tired. If I got up and tried to do something, I started to feel sick. So I was like, this sucks. So that shit went on for like 6 hours.
Oh, that
I literally
sucks.
just laid there for 6 hours. I took it during the day. It was like maybe 2 p.m. or something like that. Literally, the rest of my day was shot
Wasted your
until the
day.
nighttime. Yeah, I first time I ever did it, that was it. I was like, man, this is crazy. I don't know. My body didn't like it. So
Some people it works as a good stimulant, but you have to do a lower dose. But what happens is you get a tolerance and it takes more and more to get the same feeling as a low dose. So now I was taking a big dose to get a low dose feeling. And then you notice it, you're like, well, I better quit. Well, you're taking all this shit now
mm,
to quit. And it's hard on your body because like, yeah, you're used to it, so you're having to take more because you're used to it. Like you're taking, let's say, 200 milligrams to get the feeling of 50 milligrams,
right.
but quitting the 200 milligrams is not going to feel the same as quitting the 50, right? It's
Oh, I
it's
see.
horrible
Yeah,
on you.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Paradise Pump. And I'm your host, Mark. And of course, I got the regulars here, Jed and Mel. What's going on today?
What's going on today? Well,
Yeah.
me and Jed was having a conversation a little bit earlier, and at the day and age that I'm at right now, so I had not done anything to deliberately, but I tweaked my back about 2 weeks ago.
Mm,
Yeah, so like trying to exercise here or there and just move thing, like get moving and mobile. It's been a literal pain, and I went to go see my I saw chiropractor a couple of times and uh, my physical therapist, and we're all about the same age range and understand that. I don't know if you were a big Mike Tyson fan.
oh, yeah.
I don't. One of these interviews after his fight, I don't recall whether or not he won or lost. I just remember that interview. The host was like, "Hey, Mike, so how do you feel?" He's like, "I broke my back." And the interviewer was like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like, how do you know? Like, what are, like, could you explain to us?" And he's like, "Spinal." And that's all like,
That was Mike. That was old school Mike Tyson right
hell
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when I
Yeah.
was trying to explain it to my chiropractor
Yeah.
and my physical therapist these past couple of days, I was like, I don't know. It's just spinal, man.
Spinal, man.
I'm in pain. And my doctor, because I
uh,
had to go and refill a prescription because it's been bothering me that bad. It's
mhm.
spinal. I don't know.
Man, I mean, hey, it's not good. You got to get that shit fixed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. When
It's
you got injuries, yeah. I mean, I have a nagging lower back. It'll come and go, but it's just a muscular
mhm.
issue, and a lot of times, just stretch a little bit,
Mhm.
loosen up. That's all, and then it goes away. I don't have spinal.
Like
That's a good thing. I don't have spinal. It's just a lower back muscle issue.
I legitimately got spinal, man. It's
Yeah.
been going on little more than 2 weeks now that it's been
Oh
just
yeah.
miserable.
That'll
So,
that'll ruin your life for
and
sure.
you still want to incorporate a little bit of exercise. So I tried to do as much as I could physically, and then do cardio to tolerate as much as tolerable, and keep your muscles a little bit more warm and more
Mm.
mobile and stuff like that. But I'm like, damn, man, who's breaking my stride? Who's got a voodoo doll
It's
on me?
breaking my
Like,
stride.
fuck,
Hey,
man, have some
age
mercy.
might be creeping up on you too. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's part
I'm
of it.
seriously
It's
thinking
part of it.
somebody's got a voodoo on me at this point.
Well, I tell you what. It's funny talking about this kind of stuff because the last couple weeks I've been just tired, right? Just tired. I'm like, man, not really. I'm still doing my workouts and stuff, but not motivated at all. Just like, but just kind of pushing through. And and I noticed I was doing a higher volume type of training like the last couple months, like a lot more reps, right? Not super heavyweight, but just a lot more reps than my last leg workout. I remember after I got done, I felt dead. And not necessarily dead in like a good way, like how you would normally, just like wrecked, like physically worn out. And I was like, man, why do I feel so dead? And then the next 2, 3 days after that, still just physically tired, and just like my nervous system was taxed,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to do anything else. I just had low energy. I was like, what's going on? And I mean, two different things. One, I was like slowly ramping up my training sessions, but not eating anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, like keeping my diet, my meal plan the same. Like, basically, I do a lot of times I'll do like some fasting, whatever,
Yeah.
12-hour fasting and stuff like that. It ain't anything crazy, but still. And then just not eating. And I could tell I
Eating enough.
just not eating enough,
Yeah.
maybe 2 times a day, right? So for the amount of work that I'm doing, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, I should be fine because I've been training, but I've been slowly ramping it up more and more. And I did feel it like that last workout a week ago. I just didn't feel good. Like I could tell. And so I was like, wow, I need to start eating more if I'm going to train like this. I can take the volume down and eat the same, and I think I'll be okay. But if I'm going to train with that type of volume, I'm definitely going to have to eat more calories. And I'm used to eating the amount of calories that I'm doing now. Like, I'm actually used to that. And I kind of prefer eating less,
Yeah.
to be honest. But I do enjoy training, and pushing myself. So I got to find a happy medium somewhere in there.
So,
Because even after hard training sessions too, like eating right, like right after putting in some calories, I definitely feel better.
yeah.
Because I would go sometimes and train and not really eat anything for an hour, maybe a couple hours sometimes. Might have a little bit of carbs, but I wouldn't even eat.
Oh, you missed the
I
anabolic
know the
window. Ah,
window. I
the
know.
anabolic
I would
window.
go like sometimes for like 2 hours. I would train in 2 hours. I wouldn't eat anything, and then I go and I'd have a meal. But yeah, I would feel pretty tired, and my energy was low.
So it was just food that kind of helped
I I
rectify the
think it's
problem.
I think it's food, mainly food. Yeah,
That's a good fix. I mean, a lot of throwing the whole kitchen sink at it, wondering whether or not you really shot your CNS or your nervous system or what have you,
yeah,
and then needing to take a deload and that psychological part where you're like, "Fuck, what do you mean a deload? Man, I was just
right.
doing so good. I just got my stride." And yeah, so
I
that's
think I
good. It
just
was an
hit
easy
that wall,
fix.
right?
Yep.
Because there was a point where my body was just like, all right, we're gonna, you can't keep going at this level of low calorie and coming in here and doing it. And I kept pushing and pushing and increasing and increasing and not changing my eating. And it's different, right? When you're training for like a show, you do
Yeah.
those low
Yeah.
calorie, but you're doing sometimes higher volume, but that's a show, right? And there's a certain feeling that you get with that, and that's kind of normal.
Mm-hmm.
But not doing a show, just everyday life, you shouldn't feel like that,
Yeah.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
feel like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I probably was in a calorie deficit for a little while that it hit the wall.
Without a refeed, at
Right.
least.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably a good solid week or two at least till I hit that wall.
But it took you out for like
It
about a
took
good
it took
three
me out.
days, four
Oh
days.
yeah. And then increasing the carb intake a little bit and stuff, started feeling a lot better. My energy level better, my focus better. It's like, oh, okay, let me put some carbs in, let me get some calories going, and then
Yeah. A little earlier, Jen and I was having a conversation very relative to what we're talking about right now, like just different means of hitting a wall or what have you. And some people don't realize anhedonia is like a real thing. Not feeling in the mood could be attributed to so many different
Yeah.
things, like taking too much ashwagandha. That could
Mm,
lead into anhedonia, not wanting to do shit, having your hormones be
mm.
all kinds of weird, not enough estrogen, too much testosterone, and so on and so forth.
There you go. Or
And
not enough
Jed, yeah,
testosterone.
Jed,
Yeah.
you had a little incident of your testosterone and hormone balance being a little off, where you didn't feel like doing shit for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. My estrogen got too low. Actually, when both hormones are low, I was feeling like that. But for a while, I thought I had excessive estrogen. I was doing stuff on my own to push it down too low, and I got to where I didn't want to do anything. So I just there's a healthy range it needs to be in. I don't. Some people could argue towards the end of a prep, you might want to push it down real low. But then if I do that, I notice I have a hard time filling out. I just spill out into water. So I don't think it should ever be really too low.
Mm,
But yeah, during the hormone fluctuations, like I went through periods where I didn't even want to do anything. It just
Mm-hmm.
sucked. No motivation whatsoever. Didn't want to train. You're just going through the motions. It just sucks.
Ernest Chang was even saying earlier when we had him on the podcast, like your estrogen level should be as high as it can be without having any side effects with the amount of testosterone that you as well be are pushing, you know. So there's a balance. A lot of people think your estrogen level should be in the single digit because you're a man and you shouldn't have estrogen, but like having enough of it really helps brain function and everything else as well too, helps your joints. And do your own research. Go figure it out.
yeah. Sure. Yeah. I know some of the contest preps. I think I would overdo AIs and stuff and feel like crap,
Yeah, and
really
like
bad.
Jed was saying, you can't fill up no matter how much you do the carb, salt, fats, water trick thing, and it's
Yeah.
nothing. And
It's
then you
hard.
next thing you know, you got a distended belly.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Jed, you were also talking about different ways that people could get that same hitting the wall feeling by using other substances.
Um, we were talking about outside.
Yeah,
I know I mentioned the nicotine last week. Um, it's a good stimulant. As people with ADHD seem to like it a lot, but eventually you get really nutrient depleted,
yeah.
and that will cause issues with joints and not being able to work out 100% and just feeling like shit. Kratom does the same. I had a lot of experience with that and working out. And yeah, you feel good, you're high and everything, but you notice the workouts aren't as good, and most of the time you're dazed out of your mind because you're high, and then the joints start hurting, and those two together are a bad combination, especially for the CNS system. I know when I was doing both of them heavily, even walking down the steps, my legs would shake. I'd have a hard
Oh,
time going
Mm.
downstairs because I would have to hold on to the rails
I think
because my legs would be shaking as I'm going
Parkinson's.
down. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, and it just some of the muscle twitches were due to lack of nutrients being in there, and training just sucked, and I had joint issues. So
Mm.
the thing about the kratom is the withdrawals can get so bad. So that's something you definitely have to taper down. You can't just depending. I mean,
That's
you did it for
crazy.
like 2 or 3 days and you cut it off, you're fine. But when you've been on it for a year or two at a time, getting up to 3 or 4 shots a day, 2 to 400 milligrams of the 7OH a day, and you just try to cut it off. It's not very comfortable. The anxiety attacks, the hot, colds, the cold is you're getting cold chills and hot sweats back and forth like within minutes of each other.
I hate that.
Have you
Um,
done kratom?
I tried it like once or twice. Somebody gave me a bag of it to see
Yeah.
if it'll help me like just temper myself down with my aches and pains and stuff like that and help me sleep. I was like, I don't know if I like this stuff.
I did one of the little shot things.
Like the how he was
Whatever
talking
those
about.
little
Yeah.
yeah, you can buy them. My whole day was ruined. Like legit ruined. Like I did it and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know how long it took, but I literally was like, oh, I felt crappy, kind
just
of
out of it.
lightheaded, dizzy. I had to lay down. Then I felt tired, but then I couldn't sleep. I felt tired, but then I couldn't sleep and I didn't feel relaxed. I just felt like I couldn't do anything. If I got up, almost like that seasick feeling.
Oh wow.
So if I lay down, I was okay, but I didn't, I was just tired. If I got up and tried to do something, I started to feel sick. So I was like, this sucks. So that shit went on for like 6 hours.
Oh, that
I literally
sucks.
just laid there for 6 hours. I took it during the day. It was like maybe 2 p.m. or something like that. Literally, the rest of my day was shot
Wasted your
until the
day.
nighttime. Yeah, I first time I ever did it, that was it. I was like, man, this is crazy. I don't know. My body didn't like it. So
Some people it works as a good stimulant, but you have to do a lower dose. What happens is you get a tolerance and it takes more and more to get the same feeling as a low dose. So now I was taking a big dose to get a low dose feeling. And then you notice it, you're like, well, I better quit. Well, you're taking all this shit now
mm,
to quit. And it's hard on your body because like, yeah, you're used to it, so you're having to take more because you're used to it. Like you're taking, let's say, 200 milligrams to get the feeling of 50 milligrams,
right.
but quitting the 200 milligrams is not going to feel the same as quitting the 50, right?
Oh, I
It's
see.
horrible
Yeah,
on you.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it's there's supplements out there now that help with that. I've actually got one of them. It's definitely decent. It helps you when you taper off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be coming off the market soon.
Yeah, they're trying to ban that 7OH across the nation. So
It's called gas station heroin for a
yes.
reason.
Yeah,
So
I won't touch that shit. It's horrible. I
yeah, it's
don't
actually
know.
I've tapered down so much now that a shot puts me out. I don't even like how it feels
Oh,
anymore
really?
because I'd worked
Oh,
up to where I needed to do those just to function normal.
Wow.
interesting,
When
man.
usually a normal person, if they had never taken it before and taken one of those shots, they would just stare at a wall and be dazed out all day. I mean, it feels good, but you're not getting shit done. You're just high as fuck.
Yeah, I've never, all the, even painkillers, like when I had, I got prescribed painkillers for whatever, when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out and just different things, and I would take it, right? I forget it was some strong stuff. I can't remember. But anyway, I would feel like crap. I would take these painkiller. And I remember just feeling nauseous and just not feeling good. And I was like, man, I'd rather just deal with this pain, like, because yeah, it took the pain away, but now I felt sick, and I was like, man, my body does not like any of that stuff.
I used to feel the same way as well too through whatever I was going through. I used to decline a lot of the pain pills and stuff, but I kept a little just in case for days like this, like how I tweaked my back. But it's to the point where the hard, heavy stuff it just
Yeah.
takes off the edge where I kind of need it to function, and
Oh yeah.
that's a bad sign. So
That is a bad sign.
yeah, spinal
Yeah.
man, it's
Spinal, baby. That's it. That's the key,
yeah.
man.
And then going back to Jed's point, when there's a lot of things that actually do um deplete a lot of nutrients from your body, to include caffeine, Adderall,
Yeah.
just Ritalin, all these bad stuff. I mean, even all of the pain pills that I'm on as well too. It depletes your potassium, electrolyte, magnesium, and so many other things that
Oh
I
yeah.
don't want to be dependent on the things. I mean, I seen a few friends go down like this, a, a bad, a dark place, being addicted to pain pills. That's why I kind of, one reason why I don't like taking them. Another reason why is I kind of want to know what's going on with my body. Because if the pain is just masked,
Right.
I think I can go back and be invincible all over again, right? And
Yeah.
cause more damage than good. But yeah, this is,
Do you remember when Nubane
yeah,
was a thing?
absolutely.
Now I remember in the 90s it was pretty popular. I never used it. Again, I just didn't like touching that kind of stuff. But I remember knowing a few people that were doing it. And do you know, I mean, is it comparable to say like Percocets or something? Like is it like a same type of level of painkiller?
It's pretty up there,
I
yeah.
mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
potent,
A lot of
right?
people OD'd and stuff on
Yeah.
Nubane because
Yeah.
that was a huge thing, especially for bodybuilders too.
It's pretty. I mean, there's a few that I know that are still around that
Like,
have done that.
I
You,
mean,
you
he
know,
was addicted to that shit.
man, because that was it was injectable, right? That one you injected right in your vein.
Hmm.
So it was, I mean, almost it was kind of like heroin in the sense as far as like the way you take it.
Uh,
uh, yeah. Do they even sell that stuff
I
anymore?
don't even
I don't
know.
know.
You can. I've seen people that got it, but this was maybe 15 years ago.
I wonder if they took that off the shelf.
I mean, black market. I knew someone that got it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Black market. Yeah,
With
but
how
man.
fentanyl has been lined in almost
So
everything
fentanyl
on the
isn't the
black
thing now,
market,
right?
like I'm scared of taking anything black market. But
Oh yeah.
one of my surgeries that I got out of, it was so funny. Speaking of fentanyl, that thing's fantastic.
I mean that
if
that's a
it's
great
if
painkiller,
it's
right?
administered
Correctly. Right.
correctly, and yeah, getting out of one of my carpal tunnel procedures,
They gave you some?
yeah,
Really? Wow.
it was pretty. It was. I was waiting for my ride, and I was still waiting for the doctors to give me a clearance to make sure like all my everything was fine. And I was going through immense pain because it was just like it was so uncomfortable for whatever it
Mm,
was. Um, that nurse, that recovery room nurse was like, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry. I'll help you feel better, and I'll give you some for the road." I'm like, "Okay, cool, sweet, thank you." Injected me. I was like, "Oh, this is nice." Um, the doctors didn't clear me yet, so she thought she was gonna give me extra for the road.
okay.
So yeah, I went straight lights out. By the time my ride came was another like 3 hours later. They woke me up like, okay, your ride's here, getting ready to go.
Really?
And the nurse was like, okay, now this time there's one for the road. I'm like, oh yeah, okay,
Oh,
sweet. Right back
wow. But
up.
just you just knock out on that stuff.
It was good. By the time I got home, I felt so well rested. I didn't feel the pain. I was like, I like this stuff. I think I like
But
it.
people are dying from it
Yeah.
too, right?
But it was
Again.
prescribed
Right.
in a controlled environment. So I was like,
Very specific.
oh, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because but there's that whole thing about just the spec, right? Can
Hmm.
kill you, right? Of the raw powder, like you
Yeah.
see that. But I don't know, man. That stuff's interesting.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. In a controlled environment, prescribed, it was all right. I was like, wow, this is good stuff. Really good
yeah,
stuff.
that's wild. Yep. But you ever had anything like Valium, stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't diazepam the generic?
Diazepam?
Yeah.
I've taken Valium, I think maybe once or twice, like a long time ago,
Yeah.
but
Let me see.
and that was okay. I actually didn't feel sick on that one.
Really?
Yeah, weird, right? I didn't feel bad on that one.
That stuff, like, they don't. I think I got prescribed like only like 4 pills post
Okay.
surgery to make sure, like, I was okay or
Yeah.
whatever. Man, that one was super controlled. Percocets, I had,
Oh, Percocets,
Yep.
yeah.
that was another one that was like, oh, they only give you like a little handful, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
super controlled.
Right. Those are very well, 'cause people sell them, right?
Mm,
Yeah,
People are selling
diazepam's the generic version.
diazepam. Oh. And then they were even doing like morphine, right? They were giving people
I'd never
morphine.
gone that far.
Yeah, I've never, but I know that that's another. Some people would get that,
That's
which
like
is
right
pretty.
before death. You get that morphine drip.
Oh, but you see it in the military movies, right? Like back in World War II, especially and I don't know if they still do it now, but the guys out on the battlefield, the guy would get shot, maybe his legs blown off. He's basically done, right? Like the medic can't do a whole lot for him, so they give him that shot, that morphine shot, just to make them feel a little better before they die.
Get him
You
on
know,
the helicopter,
yeah, the guy's
leg
probably not
missing,
gonna make it.
ends
Yeah,
up
you're
dying
probably
on the
bleeding out,
morphine.
right? On morphine, it's like,
I think I would want to go out that way as well too if I was in war. Make me feel good. If I got my
yeah,
leg blown
yeah. At
off,
least you're not
and
screaming,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, just take away that pain, then let me go talk to Jesus. I'm good.
Yeah. Get out of there. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what they were doing. They had the little injections. They just stick them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think also too that probably was an issue too, right? Because probably some guys were probably taking it when they probably shouldn't have,
Shouldn't have.
Yeah. They're like, hey, you got any more of that stuff? Hit me up with it. So Vietnam too, I guess they probably were doing it. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Vietnam was definitely there was a lot of drugs in Vietnam,
Oh yeah, definitely.
especially heroin. That was a big one, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting because, just going over that, like it seems like it's more of an epidemic for people taking downers and painkillers than it is for people doing uppers, right? Like if you think about it, like I always hear it's heroin, fentanyl, like I mean, cocaine and all that stuff is, I guess, partying, fun, but it's usually the downers and the painkillers. People want to escape the reality and just be subdued. That's what it seems like.
I think I'd have to agree with you. More of the upper stuff is more for partying, and I
Yeah,
mean, there's a
it
means of
has a use, but
escape.
most people aren't.
There is a means of escapism when you're taking uppers as well
Mm,
too. Like, yeah, yeah, you're having a
right.
party. You want to escape from your shitty ass reality, but yeah, maybe you do as well want to subdue the noise with all of the
I
downers, you
think
know?
they just do the downers. Well, the downers just kind of puts you out too, right? You almost pass out. Like you get into another world and you just kind of zonk out. You can sit there for 10 hours on the couch and just phase out. When you're doing the uppers, right? Like energy, you're trying to run around. I mean, that's like meth, right? The meth is the upper, right? So, but the thing, I don't know which one's worse when you're crashing from meth or you're crashing from, say, like heroin. Like which one's worse, right? I don't know.
Hey, you're old enough to remember. Um, he was a bodybuilder. Peter, he used to work out at 24-hour fitness, lived in Kahala. He was a doctor, anesthesiologist.
Mm, I feel like, okay.
Oh,
Mm.
if I remembered his
Wait,
last
so
name,
when was
you
it? The
would
90s?
yes. He was a
Wait.
big time like when Joe Tong was coming up
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Bernie and all of those
Oh, I
guys are
probably know him.
yeah,
I'm,
he
I'm
was like
sure.
short Chinese
Okay.
Peter
Not Peter Fong.
Fong.
Okay, Peter Fong.
You remember he got busted for drugs? I
Yes, I
mean,
remember
God bless
that.
his heart, but man, I honestly think
Where?
I don't know the whole story, but man, I honestly think he took the fall for somebody else.
Yeah, I remember. Because when did he get busted?
I don't remember what year, but what ruined it. He was
Peter
a
Fong. He was
doctor.
a good bodybuilder.
He was a great bodybuilder. He was
When
a
did
nice guy too.
whatever
He would
happened to him?
always help me out at whenever I would see him at 24-hour fitness.
Mm,
He'd be like, "Hey," he was my sister's age and they were friends, so he
yeah,
kind of like took me under his wing and stuff like that. But after the incident here with that drug thing, he had to move.
he moved, right?
Yes.
That's what I remember hearing. Did he get jail time or no?
I'm not
I
sure
don't think he did. I
if
remember hearing the
because it
story.
didn't make sense of what happened. Like I said, I
Yeah,
think he took the fall for his apparent girlfriend at that time.
yeah, yeah. I remember that whole thing. I mean, it's been a while. I
And he
remember
was a
that.
talented bodybuilder,
He was good. He was real good. Yep. And then that was it. He
very
moved,
humble guy too.
split, never came back to Hawaii. I guess
Well, had to
had to
do
get
what he
out.
had to do,
Peter Fong. Yeah, I remember him.
but I heard of those instances as well too, where there's bodybuilders that would like they would take uppers to work out and then smoke weed to
To
calm
come down.
down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was his story.
Loading up, boy.
Lightly put, he would
Yep.
take the stuff to work out, then calm down after the work. So yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, I don't know how it is now. I feel like the 90s was the epitome of that though. Like really a lot of different recreational drugs involved in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I don't I can't say if it is like I feel like it's not like that as bad anymore as it was back then as far as using recreational drugs in bodybuilding, but I'm not even sure. So
Wasn't it on Pumping Iron that Arnold like was smoking a doobie? It's like,
yeah, after he won the
yeah.
Olympia, he was in the bus or whatever. He was back to smoking. I was in the 70s, so
So
yeah.
he's not natty.
He's no, I didn't know that.
Drug test for marijuana. He's not
Right?
natty. I know Dorian Yates is huge on
Big
um
time.
marijuana, psilocybin, ayahuasca.
Yeah.
He's big time on that.
Yeah, that guy has changed completely.
Hmm.
I know he had a lot of mental issues after bodybuilding. He was going through depression. There was a lot,
Hmm.
and because that was his whole existence, right? And so he went through a lot, but I guess that was the therapy. He
Yeah,
started getting into meditation, started
yeah,
doing DMT and marijuana, and he found that to be helpful
yeah.
for,
He had a great spiritual awakening. He's a
yeah,
different guy
yeah.
than he was when he was the shadow, but he still got that shadow in him.
Oh, he still does.
Yeah.
I love the interviews when you hear him
Oh,
talk.
his
You
interviews
know
out. Yeah.
he's still got that,
Hmm.
He's still it's never gonna change who he is. So that's awesome. That guy was next level, man.
I'm saying even if he's, I mean, if I had a chance to train with somebody, he would be
Yeah.
one of the guys I've
Oh, for sure.
loved to have trained with.
For sure. Just to see, how far you get pushed, right? When you think you're pushing and then see where he thinks you
Yeah,
should be at, like sometimes, your mind, obviously you think, oh, I train hard and then train with that guy. And then you realize, nah, maybe not so much.
I
You
mean,
know.
philosophically, they all had different training styles.
Oh
So,
yeah. There was so many different training styles. And they all were jacked, so I don't
yeah,
know.
it all
So
worked.
I don't know. I was gonna say, so I wasn't like one worked and the other didn't work. It all worked, but again, we talked about that before,
Yeah,
though. I think genetics is a huge part of it. Obviously, you can have genetics and you can just touch that dumbbell and something's gonna happen.
smell the air of the
Yeah,
gym and put
right,
on 10 pounds of muscle.
right, right. Exactly. Just look at that syringe, and you're already putting on gains. Just look at it. Yeah, it's different. That's one sport. This bodybuilding for sure is one sport where hard work doesn't always pay off.
No.
It'll pay off as far as you could look good, yes, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get to that level.
Or even as far as saying hard work paying off, whether or not
Yeah.
it does. I mean, Ronnie Coleman, he is the GOAT.
Oh
He
God.
is the king. But for the aches and pains and the body that he
Yeah.
lives, the
Right.
shell that he lives in now.
Yeah.
So was all of that heavy lifting worth him being the freaking the GOAT?
Right.
Only he would know.
Well, if you watch the interviews, he says it is. He still to this day was like happy about his career and the way he trained. And they ask him, like, because I've seen some where they ask him if he would change it, and he's like, "Oh no, like no, I'm trained the same way." Like, oh, okay, dude. Even knowing, like, so that was worth it for him, I guess. The sacrifice. Maybe that was like the ultimate for him. I don't know. Maybe now that he can't walk, maybe in his mind, he was like, yeah, I killed it. I trained so hard, I put myself in a wheelchair. That's how hard I trained. And how many guys can say that? I mean, it sounds
Only
crazy.
him.
It sounds crazy, but that may be the mentality,
Yeah.
right? Like, dude, I out trained all you guys. I'm in a wheelchair now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it sounds like crazy, but you know what? I think he takes some pride in it. I do. The fact that he said he would never change it. So
What was as far as Flex losing his leg,
yeah.
what was that? I refresh my memory.
Well, I know he had obviously testosterone issues, and then
Yes.
he had kidney issues,
Kidney
right?
issues, right?
Kidney, and then I think he had diabetic or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
diabetic issues, and so there was something going on. I don't remember exactly, but it had to do with all that. There was a whole bunch of different things happening with him, and yeah, he had a lot of different health issues, and
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where he said he was gonna go drug free. I remember he was trying to compete, and he came in like I don't know, I think it was like sixth place or something like that. And that was his last show before he did that comeback. So, and that was because of he was gonna go clean because of all these
Health
health issues that he
complications.
had.
Yeah.
And basically, I guess they had said that he already would have had those health issues
Yeah.
regardless of steroids or not.
But
Like,
was it all because of the use of steroids or
no,
was
that well, from what I had seen, he was saying that it wasn't because of that.
right? Because that's what
Like,
a lot of
right,
people are misconstruing
right.
that, oh, if you use steroids, you're gonna lose a leg. Like,
No, no.
no.
Again, yeah, again. And it's interesting, right? How the most I'm gonna say genetically gifted guys out there and look and they have some of the worst things now. Like I mean Flex, he lost his leg. Coleman can't walk. Like some of those guys have the craziest genetics you know and that's the older guys, right? I think in the 2000s the guys kind of figured it out, like Phil Heath and Kai and these guys. I think they kind of figured it out a little bit. Training styles changed. and so people got a little bit smarter. Um, Really, the '90s was the guinea pigs. They were the guinea pigs for the the mass monster era and the overloading of lifting and steroids and all of it.
Well, for young blood, Dallas McCarver.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that was another. God rest his soul, but he was still training and taking gear, kind
Oh,
of the
he
old
was
school
he
style,
was
like how
loaded.
they were doing it.
Yeah, he was loaded. Because he was on so much when they
Yeah.
when they did the report or whatever. That guy was loaded on gear. I forget how much it was, but it was a lot. It was crazy. What did they say? I forgot, man. I think his testosterone numbers. I don't know. Was it like 10,000 or something? It was something
Whoa.
so. It was. You should go look it up. I don't even want to say the
Chase
exact number.
Irons did a 10,000 just to see what would happen to
Hmm.
him. That
Yeah.
was ridiculous too. But yeah, so
Like in,
McCarver was
well, I don't know if he Carver was. I don't know exactly what his dosage was, but I know that what his levels, his test levels were insane. They were in the thousands.
holy
Like
smokes.
I don't know, was it 5, 7? It was very high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that whole thing with Rich Piana mixing steroids
Oh
with
yeah.
recreational drugs as well too, right?
Yeah. Piana, that was his thing, right? He would do painkillers and all that stuff.
Party
Because
drugs, painkillers,
he
and
died from painkillers, right?
uh, I
That's how
think it
he
was a
died,
bunch
right?
of stuff. It
It
was a
was a bunch
bunch
of
of
things.
stuff.
Oh,
I remember at we're at USA's and we're sitting one row right behind Rich Piana, and he had his armor on his girlfriend,
uh,
his armor on because he was just a huge man.
yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, his arms, his bicep must have been like 20 inches or something. I was like, how the fuck? I mean, yeah, you could put a lot of oil in there, but it didn't look like it didn't look
Well,
like that. He was
yeah, they didn't
fucking
say
huge.
that he was doing oil, right? He was doing what was it? The what was the other one? There's another one that
Hyaluronic acid or something.
well, it's like permanent, right? Like the oil can over time can
Oh,
break
I
down,
don't.
dissipate. This was like fillers, basically.
Yeah,
Like fillers, that people do. And he was doing
Botox.
fillers where it
But
stays.
I remember just seeing him in person, and he had his armor on his girlfriend and armor on the
Just
other chair.
huge.
I was like, what the fuck? Is that normal? His arms are like, yeah, 22s, 20.
No, I,
They
I
were
I think it was I think it
huge.
was bigger than that.
Well, he was
I
just
think
relaxing like
yeah,
this, I
right.
swear, right?
No, I think I think he had like 23-inch arms
He
or
was
something
fucking
crazy.
huge.
It
And
was
then
big.
when he
Yeah.
stood up, like in person, he was a
Was he
very
tall?
tall
Was he
man too.
really?
He was
Oh, I thought it was like
humongous.
5'11" or something. Like he was like 6'1",
Well,
like
I'm
he was
not that
over.
tall. I'm
Oh,
six
okay.
four, so I mean
So
5'4". He
so
must have been
if he was
in the
six
six
feet,
feet.
six
Yeah,
feet was probably pretty, yeah, for you was tall.
yeah,
Well, and it also just looks even bigger because he's jacked, right? So 6 feet, and he's got huge ass arms, big
yeah.
shoulders.
He was really what he made his money in real estate and all that stuff before even bodybuilding. So he was
Is
well.
that where he made the money
Yeah,
from?
I
I mean,
think
I
it was real
saw.
estate. He was a
So he
smart
was
man.
doing pretty well already, and then bodybuilding just took him over to the next level.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the good
remember
old
that.
days.
Yeah, the mutant, because he was really the one
Mutant.
that started with the mutant thing, right?
And then isn't Dusty Henshaw with Mutant or something?
Mm-hmm. Henshaw is too.
That's another big guy too. I saw it. USA's.
Oh yeah, big dude.
He is huge.
Yeah, these are big dudes. Yeah.
I'd like to see that come back to the Olympia stage, like 300 plus big monster, like Big Ramy. You know how he was
Mm.
just ridiculously huge.
They
But
should
yeah, he
have that.
wasn't as freaky looking as like Marcus Rule was.
Yeah,
Yeah, rules, man, rules structure, that shape,
Just the way
just
he looked like a freak.
man, and the way and
Nasser
how he would hit
also.
his poses and
Yeah,
stuff. Like he
Marcus
he
Rule.
knew how to hit his poses too. I gotta give him that much. Like Marcus Rule, he knew how to bring the fullness out on the stage. Like, I mean, that dude was huge, but his show just the man, it was so crazy. I think that one showed the Night of Champions.
It was like 2001, 2002.
2001, yes, that was when he won the overall because he didn't win too many pro shows, to
No.
be honest. I think it might have won like only maybe two of them or something. But that show was insane. Everyone's like, Rue, Rue, Rue. Yeah, he was huge. Dude was big. It was like I think it was like 280, 275, 280 on stage.
His biceps had a weird, like, nasty peak to
They
them.
did
It
have
looked
they
weird.
yeah, he didn't have a long. They
Yeah,
had like that real round, like comes up like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that dude was was big, man. If you look at you see his story and stuff, he's another one. He got big fast. Again, that's why it's always nice. Like Dorian, within like a few years, he was winning the British championships
Hmm.
within like I think 3 years of training, 4 years of training. British champion already, turning pro. Marcus, the same thing. Marcus within like about 3 years or so was like up to like 260s. It's just all these guys. You go, yeah, genetics, man. And then,
Genetics.
well, genetics, and then they get on the gear and they're super response. They respond very well, hyper responders, whatever you want to call them, and they just grow, and that's it, right? And you don't know, right? You never know who's gonna be that guy until you load him up, and then you're like, whoa, there he is, because even like Kevin Lebron's a perfect example. I mean,
Yeah.
dude was walking around normal. He was always like 185 pounds.
Yeah.
And then when he loaded up, he could shoot up to 250, 260.
I really like Kevin LeBron's silhouette. He had a great
Yeah.
physique. Very, very awesome.
I think he had the smallest head in bodybuilding too. If you look like no, go look at his pictures. Like that's the one thing about Kevin LeBron that I always found fascinating. He had like a small head. Like his head that's I was like, wow, you got a small head. Like it's just
That's what made him look so damn big.
maybe I don't know because go look at some of the videos again and look and then compare it to some of the other guys when he's standing there. His head is tiny. Like it's like wow, okay. Interesting. So when he would get down to 185 pounds, he would look normal. He wouldn't look weird. Some of the other dudes, if they got small, they look weird, you know. But he looked like that was normal for him. Yeah. So I know. I randomly will go
The
on YouTube and watch these videos here and there. And
uncrowned king,
I'm just
right?
like, man, yeah, the uncrowned king. Well, there's so many of them,
Yeah.
right? There's like I don't know if you want to say probably who deserved probably like I'll give you like my top five who probably deserved to win in Olympia was I think Flex, was LeBron, Nasser.
Nasser.
Um, who else? I don't maybe Kai, but I don't think he would have beat Phil. So if he had stuck it out after Phil, he probably would have won. I don't know, but I don't think he would have beat Phil. I think to me Phil was better than Kai, and he was always going to beat Kai unless he came in off, right? So, but Sean Ray is a tough one for me. Sean Ray is the other name that I would put out there. Sean Ray is a tough one. I feel like he probably did deserve to win one. When Dorian was really beat up, Dorian had a lot of injuries, and I think, like he could have, but again, I mean, back then it was all about size, and Sean Ray's like 210 pounds,
Yeah.
and so.
LeBron and Sean Ray was just not making the mass monster cut.
Well, LeBron was like 250, so he was good size. Like he was like coming in the mid 240s, 250, yeah. But Flex was smaller. Flex was like Flex used to come in the like the 220s, 230, but he looked huge. The guy had the craziest structure and the bone. And let's be honest, what he was filling up with. Bring out those 21-inch guns, right? That was a thing. I mean, he was using some oils there, so but
What
yeah.
about Lee Priest, another
Well, no, another one.
uncrowned,
I think Priest,
another
but again,
uncrowned
I don't
king?
because of the size thing, because the height and size thing. Yeah, I think but Flex, LeBron, those two guys. Flex for sure though. He should have won one. He should have had
At
one,
least
man.
one, yeah.
He should have had one, but yeah. Oh well.
I'm surprised Kai didn't get in the mix after um Phil retired.
Yeah, I think he was making too much money. I think he was doing other things.
Movies. He really got into
Yeah,
the movies
I
and
think he was
stuff.
making too much money. I think he didn't need to do it anymore. You know.
like the body structure, size, and everything like
Right.
that Kai has, like you still don't see that on stage.
No, no. Oh, and his posing and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just the timing, right? I don't think he had the body to beat Phil, you
No.
know, but anybody else, yeah, he was winning, you know. So it's just the timing. Phil was
Oh
there and
well.
he wasn't going to beat Phil. So yeah. So that's interesting.
You ever think about going back to an Olympia to watch, to hang out, go to the expo or
No,
anything?
I haven't thought of it, but
Nobody there to be like, yeah, I want to see that guy compete.
yeah, I haven't really thought of it to be honest. Hmm, I don't know. It'd be hard because last couple times I went, I think that was before COVID, right? And I think the sport has changed so much within the last 6 years, 7 years. So I kind of liked it, but then, now I don't
I mean, you can see them all on Instagram, so why go to the expo,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Save your
yeah,
time and money. Like, I'm
exactly.
not a starstruck type of person where like, oh, I need their signature,
No, I'm
I
not.
need a picture with them. Like, uh, how many expos or Olympias I've been to, I'm like,
I mean, there's
oh,
been
that's
there's been some
nice.
people that have come in here. I didn't even know. They, they were like maybe they did men's physique, they placed second or something, like, oh, that's someone. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? I'm like, oh, what? Oh, you did it. Oh, second. Oh, okay. I'm like, sorry, like I don't know. Like I don't follow him, or maybe I've seen him, but I don't remember, right? I don't recognize him right away. Then after they mention the name, and I'm like, oh, that's the guy. Okay, yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen him, but I don't. I'm not really like looking to see who he is, and that's so again because back in the day, the bodybuilders, I knew all the bodybuilders, and if I saw them, I would know right away. Oh, that's
yeah.
so and so.
I mean, but it was a
But
thing before, fanboying, fangirling your
it
favorite,
was a
whatever,
thing.
whoever it was. I mean, that's why you go to the expo
Yeah,
to do the
and they
meet and
signed
greets, and
those eight by tens.
yeah,
That was a big thing. Like you pay for a picture, and they give you the picture, and
it's
it was the
crazy.
thing. People would frame that, put it up on their wall. Like that was the thing. Now it's not.
Yeah, I'm not that.
Nobody really like. I don't think people really care so much about that anymore. Well, because now you have people that are social media who aren't even competitors, who aren't stars in bodybuilding. They're not stars, but people look at them like they are famous. Because they have a huge following on social media, but they're not a competitor. You got those people.
Jed, you got anybody you would be like starstruck over?
I learned not to get starstruck. When I was doing the pro wrestling circuit back home, they always taught us not to fangirl out when we saw somebody big. So, because they would hire these big names to come wrestle to help promote, and so we were always taught don't do that. So I just kind of carried that along with me.
Yeah,
And of course we know in the gym etiquette, if somebody big in the fitness industry comes in, we all know not to bother them until after they're working out or whatever. Don't go
Yeah.
up to them during the workout. I mean, those guys, they get so much of that shit all the time. They probably get tired of it. They just want to be treated like a normal person. So that's what I try to do.
yeah. I gathered that as well too. They get that, you know, all the time. They just want to get in, get their workout done. They don't want to be bothered. Leave them
Oh yeah,
alone.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Especially the ones that have been in it for a while. Like maybe the newer ones, they like
Yeah,
it.
maybe the newer
The
ones
newer
like
ones,
it.
maybe they like it. They want that attention. Maybe they just turned pro a year ago and they're just like, yeah, like people recognize me, like cool. So just depends, I guess.
I don't know, cause Dark Sport just had their memento mori a little bit ago as well too. Like the whole meet and greet, the Dark Sport family, and all of that
They're
other
doing it
stuff.
over here, right?
They
Where
had
they
one
had a
here,
thing
and
here.
I think
Yeah,
they had one just most recently, like I don't know, in the mainland somewhere.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not that much of a fan to be like, oh yeah, hey, let's go to that thing.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm just getting old.
No, I don't think it's age. I think it's just you're the reality of things. You're seeing the clearer picture of how does this affect your life and does it have any meaning for you? And probably not. So why even worry? Why even trip on it? It's like, so what? It's just another day, another person.
Just
Yep.
another person.
Yep.
They don't. pay my bills,
That's
so why
right.
should I give a
Exactly.
shit, right?
They ain't paying your bills. They ain't, they're not part of your family. Like, what are you worried about? It's kind of how I look at it nowadays. It's like, it's cool, but everybody's got their own shit they're dealing with, right? Even when like The Rock came in, he was super cool, but that's a hard one. I mean, that guy is like mega famous, right? So it's it's so weird. You don't know. Like you just want to be cool. You want to talk, but then you also don't want to talk.
Yeah,
Like I don't really want to bother the guy because I'm not I'm not fan girling, but I'm like, oh, but it's like I'm interested. Oh,
yeah.
there's this person. I would love to, have a little conversation with them, and but
Respectably.
yeah, but then usually you just kind of let them start it off. If he wants to talk, then he'll just talk. And then from there you just have some conversation. But yeah, people like that. Well, nowadays I think too, people that are very wealthy, right? Maybe they're not famous, but they're very wealthy. Those people have status too,
Yeah.
right? Like if people know that that person is wealthy, even though they're not really famous, people want to talk to them, right? Because they have money. So,
Yeah.
and here in Hawaii, it's interesting because a lot of the millionaires here, I think that you wouldn't know Hawaii. Like, they don't flaunt it.
They're probably in board shorts and slippers and
Guaranteed. Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yep. They drive probably, maybe they have a decent car, but maybe it's not anything crazy. And,
The only way you'd know is they had like board short slippers and maybe a nice polo shirt
yeah,
and a freaking
a crazy,
Rolex.
yeah, like a $40,000 Rolex or
Yeah.
something, or you're like, oh, okay. Or if you see their house, some of them will live in nice condos, and you'll never know. Oh, but if they have a nice house, like, oh, that's your place. Wow.
I
Yeah, it's who knows, man.
Actually, saying that when I was doing the DoorDash thing out during COVID, I was delivering a lot of food up to those areas. They all drove normal cars,
Right? Yeah.
most of them. Every once in a while, you see like a Maserati or something, but usually out of that, it'd be like a Land Rover or
Yeah.
like a regular Honda or Honda Civic or something like that.
Well, and even Beamers, like BMWs, like Mercedes, you see those on the road. You're not most of the time you're not thinking of somebody rich because you can go buy like a 10-year-old Mercedes for cheap. You know what I mean? These cars, they don't hold their value. So you see a new one a lot of times it's just like, oh, it's probably a lease, like whatever. You're not thinking anything of it. And again, you see them out on the beach, you'll never know. You'll have no idea that this guy is loaded, you know, especially here in Hawaii. Because I think what's great about Hawaii is the people who are wealthy. I think a lot of them, their attitudes are normal. You know, I think there's a different attitude for, say, an East Coast person who has money, who's wealthy. I think you'll be able to tell,
Yeah.
a lot more just by their attitude.
A Miami Beach
Miami
in
Beach,
comparison
yes.
to Hawaii.
LA,
Yeah.
even LA,
Yeah.
like different attitude. And they don't talk to certain people. They just won't. They stay within a circle. I think here people integrate a lot.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is nice. But that's the beauty of the island,
So you
right?
never know. Like maybe one out
You
of
know,
five might be a multimillionaire amongst you.
probably. I mean, it's probably pretty high odds that you probably talk to millionaires, here and there and have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
If I
Oh,
got
God.
that status,
Yeah. You would be just like this.
but there would be signs.
There,
There would be
you're like, you'll have a new truck.
there would be I
Uh,
would still be the same
I,
old
I feel
me.
like your dress would still be the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Casual, comfortable,
Yeah, I think so.
joggers.
I think you would get a new car, probably. I think so.
One that's more efficient on gas, maybe.
Right. Well, I don't think you'd be worried about gas if you had that kind of money. I don't know.
I don't know, with the way that cryptocurrency is going, I mean, who knows? I might be one of the five.
Hey, there's these Prius millionaires, you see that
Yeah.
they drive around a Prius, they're loaded.
Didn't Jeff Bezos drive around his freaking Honda Accord
Something like
till it
that, right?
freaking basically went into the ground?
Yeah, but I don't think he wasn't like huge yet. But he did. He was in like the stock market, right?
Yeah.
He was doing all that. So I know he was making some money back then. So That's why he was able to start Amazon. But yeah. Well, nowadays, I think it was a status thing. 80s and 90s, especially, cars were status. Now it doesn't matter. Somebody could be broke and they have a nice car. See it.
Yeah.
Like you live at home with 8 people in your house and you have this $100,000 car. It's true. It is. And you make like 60K a year.
You're
Like,
driving around a G-Wagon, you're leasing around a
yeah,
G-Wagon, and you're using it
G-Wagon.
for tax
Yep.
purposes, but you're broke as hell.
You're broke. Yeah. Like that's how it is nowadays. Like, so I don't even judge cars. I'm just like, I see young guys driving around in some cars, and I'm like, oh, I know he's making payments on that thing, but he doesn't pay rent. So, you know, all of his money
Or
goes
you
to the
think, oh, look
car.
at this young kid. I wonder what kind of drugs he's dealing.
Well, in the 90s, that's how it was for sure. And
Nah,
usually you were right.
and that in the 90s, yes, but
Usually you were
now,
right.
like now,
Now,
I'm thinking OnlyFans, uh, crypto
oh,
tycoon,
okay, yeah,
or
Bitcoin,
some sort of
like
trust
influencer.
fund kid or
Yeah,
influencer. So those are my options.
influencers. Yeah,
Yeah,
influencers.
with people that kind of money when they're young,
Yes, yes.
and
That's cool.
we can hope and dream. But yeah, leading into this 2026, you guys got any goals and objectives for fitness or anything?
Like personal
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, me. I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, I've been training pretty good last year, and then I was trying to ramp it up, like I said, and kind of hitting some walls there. So I think my thing is just getting my eating not so much better. I mean, yeah, I could eat a little better, but it's just eating more consistent, I think. That's my
In
thing.
jiu-jitsu, what are you, brown belt?
No purple.
One more stripe promotion by this year
No, no, no. No, that's gonna take me maybe another 3 years. We'll see.
for one more
Depends on the
stripe?
coach for one more belt for a
Oh,
belt. We don't do
you don't do stripe.
stripes. Yeah, we don't do stripes.
3 years.
So maybe another
Okay.
3 years I might get to brown, and then yeah.
Unless you win a competition, then you might get promoted earlier.
Nah, he doesn't care. I don't think he
Uh,
cares. Our coach doesn't really
okay.
put much value in the competition. It's kind of like you gotta earn your time. You
Okay.
gotta be in there grinding away, training. He sees you're coming certain amount of time, and he sees that you're understanding, then you'll get promoted.
You got to
So
earn your
you gotta
stripes.
earn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you, Jed, for 26?
Oh,
This is the
well,
year, my friend. One more time on that stage.
this is the
Dust off
year.
those skibbies.
yeah. I mean, it's not a 2026 goal. It's just something I want to do. So I don't do too much of that. Well, this year I'm doing that. I don't get into that.
Mm.
Like we said before, if you got a goal, do the goal. Doesn't matter what fucking year it is or New Year's is
Yeah.
coming around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have to say though, but this whole like New Year's thing and all, it is something because like it got busy in here a lot more. I mean, I got a bunch of clients. So there was something to say about that. And people I don't know, people really, I think, was like, oh, 2026, hey, let me call up a trainer. Like, because before that, it was quiet. Like I wasn't getting much of anything. I mean, I had nobody asking me for a training. It was very, very quiet. And then December, people started hitting me up, hitting me. I was like, wow. And then January too, I was like, wow, okay, interesting. Because last year, sorry, no, 2024, it wasn't in December. It wasn't like that. It was quiet. And then 2025, even January 2025, quiet, man, real quiet. Like actually, it was a reversal. A lot of people were leaving, were like quitting the gym.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my numbers in January of 2025 went down, if you can believe that. It was going backwards. I was like, what is going on?
Well, maybe
This year is
because like
better.
the whole people's been
Well,
pinching their
well,
pennies
it's the
and
election too, right? It was an election before
yeah.
that. So I don't know if people freaked out because of the 2024 elections.
Nah, I think it was a financial thing. People were kind of
Well, no,
pinching their
because of
pennies.
because of the elections, and then people were worried about the economy because of
Yeah.
what happened in the elections. People got nervous because now, like I said, I'm seeing it. People are more relaxed and they're more willing. Hey, I want to come and train. Yeah, I want to, I'm like, okay, well, that's good. It's kind of moving forward a little bit, which is nice. And And I think a lot of people do need, they like that the reset. They like the 2026, it's a reset,
Yeah.
you know, whether you agree, believe what I think people just like the okay, it's new year, let's go. Like this is what people think, right? I think so. A lot of people need that. They like it. So but again, how long does that last, right? It's usually by the time summer hits, it's already like forgotten.
My thing is, I just don't want to feel this spinal again.
Spine. Well, the goal for
Spinal pain.
2026, no spine.
No,
No
no
spine.
spinal
No
pain.
spinal for 2026.
Yeah, that's my goal. But yeah,
Right
to
on.
wrap
Well,
it all up, yeah,
that's
it's
it.
good
Let's
talk.
wrap it up. Well, yeah, we'll try and get a guest for next week or the next week after that. Definitely.
Hmm.
We'll get a guest on here. We'll get some hot topics going. But all right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you next time on Paradise Pump.